Hey guys, welcome to General Query. This is Fonz. I go by he, him, and his.
Hey guys, and this is Zuki, and I go by she, her, and hers. Welcome to another episode of General Query, where you come for all the latest news and facts and really well researched and nuanced opinions. It's what we do here.
And medical advice.
And medical advice, and this is key, even if you didn't ask for it. It's what we do
100%.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's what we do here. We
Yeah.
just, yeah.
So lately, I don't know, it's been weird
Mm.
climate wise. And then also me, I've been kind of weird. It's just like a roller coaster of meh.
Yeah. I feel like, you know how the whole like luteal phase and you're in this phase or whatever thing has become very popular lately. I don't really know if that's like how accurate that is. But apparently the luteal phase is the phase where you're like the most unhinged. And I just feel like I've been luteally phasing for months now. Like I just feel like
Since
it's
the
been,
year started.
yeah, yeah. And I'm like, who do I call? Like, is there a manager of the I guess it's me, which is not
Good luck
great.
with that.
Yeah, exactly, which is it's not
Yeah.
great. If I'm the manager of my own well-being, well,
We're in for a treat.
sorry to the world.
So I
Yeah.
want you to tell people about your sound bath experience.
Y'all. Okay. So I went to this, it's called Journey Drumming Meditation. Okay. And I went to this class, and admittedly, I went to this class fully ready to be an asshole about it, which, as you guys know, that's my baseline. If I'm doing something that's like new or I don't know, important, I tend to make a joke out of it. And so I went there thinking, oh, this is going to be ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. And you guys know, we had a meditation episode and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
Meditation is just not my thing. I have a really hard time with it, whatever. Guys, I told Fonzie, I went to this thing as one woman and I came out a completely different woman. Most importantly, this one goes out to you, Des, because we were talking about you when we were discussing this. I found out that my solar plexus very engaged during the thing because it was drumming.
That just sounds like I don't know. It's like to me it sounds like your pelvis is like super engaged. And I'm like, how do you do that?
How do you do that? No, because I was explaining to the practitioner or teacher, I was like, I didn't journey because the whole point of the class was for you to journey somewhere. And there were people in the class that became birds and came back down. There was a lady that took a nap, bless her. Like all this stuff. And meanwhile, I was just there. I don't think I was very good at the journey part, but I felt it in my soul and I could feel the drumming. And I told the teacher, I was like, the drumming was really important for me and I could feel it right in the pit of my stomach. And she goes, that's your solar plexus. And I was like, that means something. I don't know what it means, but thank you. Right?
Like, great, thank you.
Thank you. Later I found out that it's like a spiritual thing and I didn't know that. And so now I'm a changed person. Now I'm going to start, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going back to this class.
Next thing you know, she's gonna smell like patchouli
Dude,
and start wearing what is it? Those long ass wide open yoga
hey,
pants.
yes. I'm going to stop wearing a bra,
Yeah.
begin poking the eyes of children, poking them
Mhm,
out as I
mhm.
go through life.
Let gravity do its thing.
Let gravity do its thing. I'm going to start drinking raw milk. Gross. Don't do that. PSA, do not drink raw milk. Um, yeah, so it was
Maybe get a dread
amazing.
or two, you know?
Get a singular dread.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. No, so
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I went to drumming meditation and I found out I had a solar plexus. So, That's me.
Highly recommend for everyone. Go find your solar
Highly.
plexus.
Go find your solar plexus. Again, Des, I don't know what that means. Not really, not in practice, but I'm gonna research it and I'm gonna do it. Uh because it feels important.
Right. Develop your
Yes.
plexus. Why not?
Develop the plexus. And most importantly, I told Fonzie, I was so moved by this experience that I am also taking a sound bath class.
Yeah. We were talking
So,
about this and I really want to do that. It sounds like something super fun. Like I don't know what to expect out of it, but I know I want
right.
to do it.
Yeah, and I think that's what it was. Like for me, I had such low expectations again because I'm a dick that when I got there and it was actually like a moving, loving experience, I was like, "Oh wow. This is crazy. These are the things you miss out on for being the way that you are, Zuki." So,
It was
congratulations.
life slapping you a bit.
It was life slapping me a bit. It was great, but what I loved, it was great. It was awesome. What I loved the most is that it was indoors.
Yeah.
And indoors is important, again, especially because we're going to get right into the topic for this episode because we really wanted to talk about our, how would you describe summer? We're getting into summer,
We're
guys.
just like talking all things summer.
All things summer because I feel the summer season is one of those things that is both my lover and my nemesis.
It's also like you're either a summer person or a fall person, I feel. Not like a fall person, but like obviously when I say summer, you're like spring, summer, or like fall, winter. I think there's two types of
Yes.
people, period. You know?
And I'm not a spring summer person.
Yeah, me either. We're currently in spring, but
Yep. Yeah, but again,
summer, it's also May, so it's kind of weird because like when you used to go to school, May was summer, you know?
right, right.
Yeah.
Because yeah,
Anyway,
at this point everybody's checked out, right?
yeah,
Like
yeah, for
summer for
sure.
school.
Yeah,
We're seeing people graduate all over the place, right? And like finals and all this stuff. So it's like, yeah, it's done.
yeah, it's
I
summer
think,
already for sure. I get it.
yeah, but I think it's important too. We're gonna harp on this, or and by we I mean me. I am now living in a very, very humid place, and I hate it with every fiber of my being. Virginia is gorgeous. It's a beautiful state. It's very green. There's a lot of greenery, but that comes at a high cost.
Yeah.
And the cost of that is chub rub. Okay?
Shaping.
Chafing.
No, for me, so this will be my first summer up here. Well, okay. First summer in Boston, but not my first summer up here in the East
In the
Coast.
Northeast, yeah.
Yeah, but um I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I mean, people are saying that last year they got like 3 days over 100, but picture over 100 with humidity. Because I'm used to
No.
over 100, but it's like dry heat that kind of like burns your skin off.
And I love that. That was my
I
favorite
don't know if I
thing.
love that.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. And all of our listeners in El Paso specifically, because I won't even say Texas, because Texas is like there's like 20,000 climates across the state
Yeah.
of Texas. But El Paso is very unique in that it's a dry heat, right?
Yeah.
Very, very dry. It's a desert. And so you guys know you walk out into an El Paso 3-digit day and you physically feel every piece of moisture evaporate off your face and every inch of your skin. And it
Yeah.
feels like you're getting a facelift because you just feel the
Yeah.
stretch of
That's
your
the best
face.
way to describe it. Yeah.
Yes. And it just tightens. And
I'm
I
not gonna
love
lie.
that.
When I lived in Austin, I really did enjoy summer there. Cause yeah, it was humid, but it wasn't
But not,
disgustingly humid.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. And I think that that's the biggest difference. I think when I this is my second summer in Virginia, and I'm hoping that my body has developed some sort of, I don't know, endurance to this because I have to tell you this, Fonzie. I was walking in this beautiful historical area. This experience marked me forever. Okay. I was walking in this area and I was wearing lightweight like pants, and I was sweating like profusely. And I'm like, what is going on? Right. And again, in humidity, if there's no wind, you get no relief from how much
Yeah.
you're sweating. It's
Yeah.
horrendous. And so I'm walking and I stopped and all I could feel, Fonzie, was a single bead of sweat traveling from under my butt cheek
Down your leg.
down my leg.
That's so funny.
And I was standing there and I was like, I, 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 I told my husband, I was like, we need to go home. I have been shot. That's what it felt like. I was like, I need to go. I was like,
Right.
this environment is not for me. My ass cheeks were crying. Literally, I've never in my life
Yeah.
experienced something like that. Why?
Yeah.
Hate
I
it.
think it also doesn't help that, for example, for the majority of women's underwear, it's made out of some sort of poly blend or something
Which
like that.
doesn't breathe.
Right.
It's gross.
So that also doesn't help. And if you're wearing a thong, then forget about it. It might as well not wear anything.
Might as well not wear anything.
Yeah. So you'll be sweating anyway.
You'll be sweating
But for
every,
example, with
yeah.
men's like briefs and boxer briefs, like they're typically made out of either cotton or some cotton blend,
Yeah.
so it keeps every moisture, I guess.
Yeah.
I
No,
mean,
no,
you
no.
still sweat, it's just not as uncomfortable, I guess.
Yeah. Um, and it happens, right? Like sweat happens. That's fine. But to be honest, like I wasn't ready to know that it wasn't just the lips on my face that sweat. You know what I mean? I didn't know
both
that was the
lips,
thing.
both lips get a mustache, sweat mustache.
Both lips. And that is
Right.
not a fun
So
experience.
here's the thing, like I mean, I personally don't have any like survival skills for sweating and summer.
I do.
The only thing I can think of is run away from heat.
Right.
Don't
Number
go
one.
out.
No, guys, brace yourselves because I've got shit for you. Okay.
Okay.
Number one, powders. Okay. And before
I
any
just
of
feel
you,
like you would make,
no,
like a loaf of bread.
no, trust me. No, it works. It works.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Listen. And don't come at me with like, ooh, talcum powder can't fuck the cancer. Okay? Take your chance. All right? Just don't put it near your lymph nodes and you'll be fine. All right? So powders help. If you're a big titty bitch like myself, you gotta powder underneath, sis. You gotta lift powder. Lift powder. You gotta. All right? Otherwise, you're screwed. Okay? That's tip number one.
Right.
Then get anti-chafing cream. And I don't care if you're one of our skinny queens or you're one of our full-figured queens. It doesn't matter. Get you some anti-chafing cream and put it right in the inside of your thighs, bitch, underneath your butt, like everywhere, okay? Put that bitch on there because that pain is horrendous. Number 3, get you a $15 face fan from Amazon. Okay. I'm
That's so funny.
serious, y'all, especially if you're a sweaty gal like me. Fonz knows this. I immediately go full sweat mustache. Like it's just straight across my face. I think it's really sexy. But anyway, it helps a bunch. It's these amazing fans, guys, that look like headphones, but they go
They're
around your
just
neck
like
and you charge
actually I
them.
might I might get one of those, especially because I'll be commuting to work.
Yes.
And I think that
Yes.
especially walking, that'd be great because I don't want to get there all sweaty and disgusting.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
My fan has 3 speeds. It's USB charged. You don't even need batteries. You charge it with your little USB. Battery lasts forever. And you just click, 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 and you at least have a breeze coming from the bottom
What
of.
about like sunblock? Do you
Yes.
because here's the thing. I mean,
Mm.
obviously if you go to beach, you just wear one of those like,
Floppy
sunblocks
hats.
you can get. Yeah.
Yeah.
from any drugstore or whatever. But what if you're just like going out and then you know how sweat kind of melts the sunblock and then you get this nasty ass taste?
Yeah. So I don't know. Listen, I kind of brave it. Like for me, I don't even use like because there's a lot of like so there's like Supergoop is a fantastic brand of like makeup that has like really good SPF in it. Supergoop is great. However, it's similar to everything else. If it's dual action, it's not going to do one or the other very well. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. But
honestly, the
what my
way,
boyfriend does, he bought this Korean brand,
yeah,
and not only is it matte sunblock, but it also doesn't melt.
yes,
So
no,
I guess that
that's
would be
great.
important. Keep
That's
that in
super
mind.
important. I mean,
Especially
this is
people in the desert, like Arizona
oh.
people, Paso people, definitely
You
get
gotta
yourself
wear
some
sunscreen
block.
every day, guys. Every single day. It doesn't matter. Like now, me, I'm starting already. Even if I'm not spending any time outside, I put sunscreen on and then I do my makeup, like on
Yeah,
top of it.
yeah,
Because you have to. And I just use regular I love the brand Sunbum. My husband grew up on the beach and he swears by Sunbum as like the best sunscreen, like drugstore sunscreen that you can
yeah.
have. Because he's used to having grown up on the water and worked on the water for so long, they just used zinc and just on their nose and on the face. And obviously zinc you don't build
Uh,
it's literally meant to just deflect the
reflect.
light
Yeah,
because they were in the water for so often that even sunscreen wouldn't do
yeah.
much.
That's true.
So zinc would be the thing. So yeah, so I trust his judgment when it comes to sunbum. But yeah, ladies, gents, they thems, put your fucking sunscreen on. Like
Yeah, for sure.
please, for the love like you don't want to risk skin cancer. You don't. And then if you're a freckled girly like me, you have to wear sunscreen. You have to. You're just asking for it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So those are like my top tips. Like chafing cream, powder, fan.
ban
That's the trifecta.
sunblock.
Sunblock.
Yeah,
Trifecta. I
yeah.
did see this real cute cutie the other day walking, and he had a hat on, like it looked like a sun hat. And as we passed, his hat had fans,
That's cool.
two fans
Yeah,
in built in. I was like,
feel like I need that. Yeah,
in that,
I don't have any tricks for summer. Once again, I'm not like a summer person.
no.
Here's the thing. I do love summer if you're going to the beach.
Are you okay? But do you stay at the beach all day? Like, are you an all day beach goer, or few hours in the morning and then that's it, you're done?
No, I could probably do all day.
Really?
I've never actually done it, but I could probably do it.
Oh.
But like for example, like here's the thing, like we spent a couple months in San Francisco a couple years ago, and we used to go to the beach almost like every other day or whatever.
Yeah.
And we really enjoyed it. And also obviously it's San Francisco, it's
I
not
was
like
gonna say it's the Pacific.
Miami. Yeah. But I
Right.
think I would still enjoy going to a very hot summer beach day because when I went to Miami, I also enjoyed going to the beach and just laying there for a couple hours. That's my thing. Like, just once again, only and exclusively during summer is that I want to go to the beach, lay down, have a couple drinks, and just chill, listen to
Yeah.
music and chill. But uh, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. No, I for me I like going to the beach early-ish, like
To
8,
avoid
9,
the harmful rays.
to
Yeah.
avoid the harmful rays and just to enjoy it. The beach that I've been to the most often is Destin, in Destin, Florida, Destin Beach. It's one of the most beautiful beaches. It's gorgeous. But yeah, it's got like sugar sand. So but after a while, like it just my eyes
Blinding.
get yeah,
Yeah.
it's blinding and it's not my thing. So I love the beach, but in like small
Do
doses.
you, for winter, do you ever, I don't know, there's some people that do this, like, winter they don't really eat seafood, and then during summer it's like they just pig out on seafood.
No, I eat seafood year round. I love
Same.
seafood.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could eat seafood for every meal, I would. I
Yeah,
love
and
it.
it'd be great to have it fresh off of a boat or something. Yeah.
I know, I know. Well, you guys saw, a few stories ago, this is a while now, but a few stories ago, we went crabbing. We went and caught crabs, and that was great. Little blue crabs, and we just caught them and ate them.
That's
So,
awesome.
yeah. So no, no, no. I mean, I'm with you. I love any seafood.
For
So,
sure. Yeah, me
yeah.
too. Yeah, so I'm excited. Apparently, well, obviously seafood is massive here in Boston, but there's like a season for, I guess, crab and lobster, so
That
it's
makes sense.
coming up. So I'm excited.
Yum.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I'm like, for example, like I love seafood and all that stuff, but I also do love like a lot of, when the summer people start doing like their carne asadas or barbecue, burgers, whatever it may be. I love that shit too.
Really?
Yes, but I'm not out there with you cooking. I'm
Yeah.
not doing that. I'm inside
Right. Yeah.
waiting
Yeah.
for stuff to be done,
Yeah. I
Or
don't
if
know.
I'm on,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe if I had like I'm not about to grill on the beach, and I'm
oh my
not about
God.
to grill like at a park, you know. But if I had like a patio and a grill, then maybe I would.
Yeah, yeah,
Like how your husband does the smoking and all that good stuff. Like
yes.
that would probably be cool. Have a
Yeah,
couple
yeah, yeah, yeah.
beers and just smoke some stuff.
It's great. I go and look at him and I'm like, wow, that's a lot of bugs out there. And then I come back inside.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it.
Right.
He's really, really, he wants to smoke a whole brisket this summer.
No, that's awesome. Make sure we're invited.
I was gonna say you guys have to be up here for that. But yeah, so
Right.
I love that, but I just feel, and hear me out. I feel like there's a lot of pressure on summer, I think. And I don't think it's the same pressure as there is like for fall, winter.
As far
Like
as
be out doing shit.
oh yeah.
No?
Yeah.
And I hate that. I hate
Yeah.
that so much because do you think why would I want to be having fun in what equates to Satan's taint? Why would I want to do that?
We should take a little break and then come back and talk about
Satan's taint.
that too, or fun stuff we could do for summer.
Okay.
Or fun stuff people do, because I don't think we do. But
Yeah, people. But we'll be right
right
back.
back.
All right. So we're back. We're
We
back
are
straight from Satan's taint. Moving on to
basically.
basically, no, but hear me out. This is what it is. Okay, so yes, there's a lot of fun things you can do in summertime. Like, for example, yes, going to the beach, finding like a pool, right? Like there's a lot of like pool parties and
Yeah,
like
I don't know
deck
about pool party.
parties.
Like I do enjoy a good pool party if I can just like actually not get in the water. Especially
Right.
lately, I've been seeing a bunch of, and this is like TMI for everyone, and also a PSA, don't pee in the pools. Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of videos on TikTok about like, obviously people just pee in the pools, especially public pools. People just pee in there, and so the water doesn't get cleaned. Like no matter how much chlorine they put in there, like chlorine doesn't really clean the pool. It's more of a pH balancing tool. So like
Right,
any
right.
bacteria, any fucking whatever that's in the piss is probably gonna call up your
Urethra.
yeah,
Yeah. Or if, you
or
go
your
and
nose or your
accidentally
ear.
swallow a little water straight
Yeah.
into your stomach.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it can go up into your brain and you could die. Yeah. So
Yay!
don't go to public pools and
Yeah.
fully dive in. That's kind of gross.
Quick question, and I don't know how I don't know this, but can you swim? Do you know how to swim?
I do know how to swim, yeah.
That's cool.
You don't?
No.
My boyfriend doesn't either.
Wow.
I do love swimming. Yeah.
I I'm well, we've talked about this a lot, but as you guys know, I'm terrified of bodies of water. And so learning to swim um, includes being in
In the
bodies of
water.
water.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even the pool. But again, the great thing is about being a big bitch is that I don't really have to worry about pools because most pools I can stand for most of
That's
them,
true. Yeah.
which is excellent. So I don't
Yeah.
really have to worry about it. But the ocean, yeah, that's a different story.
That's true. I don't know if I could
Yeah.
swim in the ocean, but
Yeah. The one time I decided to be brave and get into the water, once again, this is in Destin, I was walking and I was like all proud of myself. And my husband was like, "Hey, be careful. Don't go out that far." And I was like, "I'm an independent woman. Leave me alone, right?" And I was like, "I'm not scared." And he was like, "No, no, no, you don't understand." He was like, if you go past the sandbank, that's a 10-foot drop." And I was like, "Somebody should put a sign. Somebody should put a sign somewhere." And he's like, "Most people can swim that are in the ocean." And I was like, "Okay, that's enough discrimination for the day." And then scooted right up on the beach. Yeah, so
yeah.
there's like I agree with you. If I'm going to a pool party, I don't really want to be in the water. Like
Yeah,
I'm
I'm down
chilling.
to tan and walk around and, brave
Yeah.
mosquitoes or whatever. But I don't know about like physically getting into the pool.
Okay, what about people love to go to like amusement parks in the summer? So like they love to do Disney, they love to do Universal, they love to do water
I
parks.
get those. I don't know
Yeah,
about water parks.
right,
But yeah, I mean, that's fun. I that's the thing with theme parks. Like they're like, for example, Disney. I've really enjoyed Disney through the holidays, like
right,
Christmas and stuff. Like that is magical. And
right.
yeah, during the summer it's fun, but it's just heat. So I don't know.
Yeah, I went to Universal last year in August and I got to see Harry Potter World. It was the best thing. It was so amazing. But it was like late August, so it was
Right.
still very warm, very
Yeah.
warm. And this is in Orlando, Florida. So,
Right.
yeah, but I enjoyed it a lot. I weirdly had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Um,
That's what I'm
even though,
saying. They're fun year round.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
So
exactly.
like I don't know that some yeah, they're probably busier throughout the summer.
Yes.
Especially because
Yeah,
people and kids go out on vacation and stuff. So I can see
exactly.
that, but I wouldn't consider that like a summer thing to do.
Exactly.
You know?
Now, okay, you brought this up, kids. Um, I feel like a lot of summer activities are engineered around being able to entertain children at these things
Oh,
because,
for sure.
which I think is very unfair.
Well, think about like when you were a child. It's like one summer came around, that's when your family probably did shit to entertain you.
Well, no. I think it depends on I think it depends on what kind of family you grew up with because
Yeah.
it was very much find a way to not be in my face and get out of my face.
Right.
Very
That's
that.
funny.
And so I think a lot of like millennial parents and stuff are very into making sure their kids are in, all kinds of activities in the summer and always out and doing stuff, which is great. But just make sure your kids aren't like feral. You know what I mean?
Right.
While they're interacting with other human beings in public spaces.
Yeah.
Because I have seen an uptick of children out in public, and I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you know,
Maybe that's another reason why I love winter.
yes. It's like the Niños going to dormancy as well,
Right, exactly.
like the
Yeah.
bears.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I don't know. I like that a lot, but I do think if you can afford it, you should send your kid to summer camp.
Yeah. I never did summer camp. Not that I
Yeah, neither
remember
did
at
I.
least. What
Neither
about
did I.
camping? Are you like a camper? Like people do that during the summer, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
they do. Which is fucking hilarious. They're like, let's go camping when there's the most mosquitoes, and bugs
Yeah, and creatures and
and
everything.
snakes and
Yeah.
everything else. Yeah, listen, I like camping.
I like the idea of camping.
I
The
think
idea.
I think I do too. Like I
Yeah.
love the idea of like being in nature and stuff, but I also don't
I've
want
always said it and I'll continue to say it, I would love to go glamping. So like I'm not setting up a tent,
No.
but like maybe an RV that opens up into like a mini house, you know?
Heavy on the I'm not setting up shit. Like I'm very that person.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Don't
mean,
bother
yeah, I
me.
don't mind setting up like a grill, you know? That'd be fun.
Sure. You
Maybe
know what? I'm happy to prep the appetizers.
correct. Yeah, yeah, yeah. The
I'm happy.
cocktails.
Yes, I
Yeah.
can be that person in
Yeah.
the camping trip. I don't want to know about setting up the thing. I
We're
don't want to
not
pack the
sleeping in sleep
vehicle.
bags. We're over
Nope,
30. That's not going to happen.
not gonna happen. My back hurts. I
Yeah.
just, yeah, very,
That's why I'm
very
saying
all
the
that.
idea of camping sounds amazing. The practicality of it all, I not for me.
No, 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 not for
No.
me. Not for me. And
If
also,
anyone has any experience on glamping, please let me know. I am
let
down.
us know. We're very interested.
Yes.
Because
Road
also
trips.
I feel like this is where a lot of, you know, summer injuries happen. Because all people get injured in the
Camping?
summer all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. People go out
And
and this,
winter.
yeah, well, yeah, but I feel like the summer ones are worse because again, nature is out to get you, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
Like you can run into poison ivy, you can get West Nile virus, you can, if you live like again, one of the things that moving here to Virginia was like, oh, be careful with ticks and Lyme disease. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, same up here.
Yes. And I'm like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
I think that's nature telling me to stay inside. I
Yeah.
think, I think, and I think we need to listen to that more.
Right.
We've
Yeah.
all seen the videos of people in those rope swings when they go camping and then they eat shit,
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying.
No, I agree.
You know? That's
Yeah.
that's that's my biggest thing. I mean, I think summer is one of those things that people put too much of an expectation on it. Okay? You have to be doing things all the time, blah, blah, blah. And while they're doing this, they don't put enough emphasis on the things that matter. Like, is there AC where we're going?
Right. And cocktails.
And
Cold
cocktails.
ones.
Does everybody have
Very
their
cold
fan?
ones. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I like that when you go out to restaurants, like you can actually sit outside and then they'll have those
Yes.
like, you know,
The misters?
yeah, misters with yeah. So
Yes.
I like
I
that. I
love that.
appreciate that. But
I
once
love
again, I
that.
don't know about outdoors. What about road trips? How do you feel about road trips?
Love a road trip.
You
I
do.
love a road trip. I do. I do. I have you know what it is? I'm really good at road trips.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm not. I hate
I
them.
am. I
Like
am.
I've done them. I'll probably continue doing them. I'm just not a big fan.
Love them.
Yeah.
Love them. Love them. Especially like if there's weird attractions on the way there, like the side of the road things. Love those. If there's a Bucky's,
A
no one can
boosies.
stop me. A Boosie's. If there's a Boosie's, no one can stop me from getting to that beaver.
Right.
Um, I freaking
But
love it so much.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm a really, really good road tripper. Yeah.
Yeah. No, for me,
Yeah.
I road trips are like a nuance. Like I just want to get from point A to point B without the BS and get there as soon as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Fine. But
But I've also always had to be the one driving.
oh,
Except when I was a kid, obviously. Like the first trip we ever went to was
sure.
to Disneyland from El Paso and it was driving. And it was like two massive white vans with like every single person of my mom's side of the family. Um, so that was the first road trip experience. But other than that, like every other road trip that I've ever done, I've had to drive and it's not fun.
Yeah. No, we share the road trip
Yeah.
duties for
See,
sure.
that's good.
Yeah. Uh
I
yeah.
also, I mean, I've mentioned it before, but I hate driving.
Yes,
So
you
it's
don't
just
like.
overall not a good one for me.
It's just stressful.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, so no, I love all that. So there's plenty of summer activities that I will do, once again, if they're air conditioned.
Right. How do you
And I
feel
don't,
about music festivals?
no, just
No.
no. I'm not
I
interested. Like I can go to a concert. I guess I don't know. I
indoor
get
concert.
yeah, yeah, exactly, right? I can do a concert. I personally don't get the allure of music festivals. I don't. Not my thing. Never
I'm
has
trying to
been.
think of like I would do them, yeah, but it's not something I'm passionate about. Like
No.
I know some people that are like passionate about going to every single fucking Coachella because they
Oh
love the
my God.
experience of being filthy and surrounded by sweaty people. That's not me. But I do enjoy a festival every now and then.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel like it's normally just a lot of like walking from point A to point B and like I think you know what it is? I think it's the amount of people too. Like there's just so many people and because it's a festival, there's all kinds of people that like all kinds of different music,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
So I'm like,
It is a lot of people.
yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not a big fan. I don't like that a lot. But
You're a gardener, so I think that's exciting for you during the summer, correct?
it's the best. Right
Yeah.
now, I'm growing cucumbers, eggplants, all kinds of chiles, and I have my mint. Obviously, the mint is always going, and I have basil going. I was gonna get tomatoes, but tomatoes are like the most finicky things you can grow. They're just a pain in the butt. Much like strawberries. Every time I see people planting strawberries, I'm like, show me that fucking plant a month from now because I know it's gonna be dead. Like I know it.
Right. Yeah.
Um, yeah, like yeah, that's the part. And for that, I'll sweat my ass off. Like I'll be out
Really?
there.
Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
and in
yeah,
that manner, you and my boyfriend are very similar. He loves
yeah.
gardening. Yeah.
Love it. Love it,
Yeah.
love it, love it. It's so satisfying to me. Like nurturing a plant. Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I am maternal. I
For me, gardening or being outside, just no.
just a no.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fair. I mean, listen, that's why we all have, all colors of the rainbow in families. Okay, so
Yeah.
quickly, like rapid fire as we close out. What is your summer drink? Like, if somebody's like, oh, drink of the summer, what comes to mind for you? What cocktail?
It would probably have to be like a gin and tonic or
Yum.
yeah, I think that would have to be gin.
Yeah.
Gin overall.
Quick. Which gin do you think? Like, any specific
Brands
brand?
or no,
No?
not that picking, no.
For me, it would have to be for summer, Bombay
Oh really?
Sapphire gin.
Yeah.
Yes. That's my summer gin and
Mhm.
my winter gin. This makes me sound like I have a problem. Yikes. They're like, oh my God, Zuki has like
Summer and
summer and
winter.
winter gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, summer gins, Bombay, winter gins, Hendrix.
Okay.
They have a different flavor profile. But
Yeah. Hendrix is
yeah,
a little more, I guess,
it's
dry.
yeah, I was gonna say it's not as floral.
Yeah.
Bombay Sapphire is a little bit more floral.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. I think for me, I would have to go with like an Aperol.
Or maybe a what is it? Moscow Mule?
Moscow Mule. Those are
Yeah.
delicious too. But yeah, yeah. So for me, it'd be like an Aperol or something like a Moscow Mule, just something
Yeah.
really
Same.
mm, delicious.
I've had Aperol Spritz before. We made some during our podcast at
Mhm.
some point as well. I do like them. I don't know. It's not a cocktail I would,
It's not your
go to a
go-to.
restaurant and then order. Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's yeah. That and a nice like chilled glass of prosecco
Yeah.
in the summer.
Or
Uh
really, really cold beer.
yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That oh Yeah, see, okay.
That's the thing. When it comes down to beers, like I'm down to drink Corona,
Mm,
but it has to be out in the sun. Like I can't
yeah.
just drink Corona indoors. If I'm indoors, I'm drinking an IPA. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna touch that.
Right.
I'm not even gonna go there because I'll go
Yeah.
on a whole other tangent. Yes, that's excellent. Overall, summer, take it or
Meh.
leave it.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. But
Another rapid fire before
yeah,
closing. What is
please.
your favorite childhood summer memory?
Oof. Oh my God. You're asking that of someone that didn't really have a great childhood. I don't think I have one, dear, to be honest with you. Like, I guess just like not being in school, that was fun growing up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have one. Like,
Hmm.
nothing stands out. What about
Right.
you?
For me, I think it was every summer just spending a lot of time with my mom and doing arts and crafts. Like throughout the entire
Oh,
summer, it was just
fun.
creating shit, drawing. She would always somehow find a way to keep us entertained, and it was always very artistic. So I
Very
think,
hands-on.
yeah,
That sounds amazing. She could have
yeah,
ran her own summer camp.
probably, yeah.
Yeah. Damn it. Some people have all the luck. Anyways,
That's funny.
yes, but please let us know how you feel about summer. Honestly, I'm really interested to see what your survival techniques are for
If
dealing
you have
with
any,
the
yeah,
sweats.
let us know.
I will be sure to list and show you all of my, accoutrement that I spoke about for surviving the summer. We'll post it all over the socials.
A little summer survival kill. I mean,
Yeah, little Zuki Summer Survivors kit. And that way you won't be caught out with a single bead of sweat running from your butt cheek down to your ankle and have a whole existential crisis. Uh, and, reserve that for other things, you know?
right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yes, let us know how you feel about summer and all of your survival skills. And until next time, this has been General Query. Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.